What's up, everybody? Remember when I made the other video saying how my fans had disappeared? Like the negative ones and the ones trying to act like my friend? Yeah, as soon as I made that video, they sent a message. Isn't that weird? Well, normally, I'm nice and respectful to anybody that's nice and respectful to me. They can get sarcastic or whatever, but when I say, nah, I'm serious, I'm serious. Alright, let's analyze this. You have a pill addict that the reason why her iron and stuff is low and she supposedly has anemia so bad is because of her pill habit. It's not because of her eating habit. No, trust me, this girl will eat. Oh, yeah, she will. Yes, she will. Anyway, all these reports about being abused, attacked, blah, 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 no bruises, ever. The only time she ever had marks from a fight is when something happened. I think it was at the Valero, she said. I don't know, it might have been something supposedly happening at Cedar Hill. But something had happened where she had gotten to a fight with somebody. And when I got home, she was acting all weird. And, you could see that her eyes were all acting weird, dilated, whatnot. And I thought she was on meds again. And she kept telling me no, she had gotten into a fight. I'm like, who the hell did you get in a fight with? And she'd never tell me who she got in a fight with. But we did. We took her to the hospital. They said that it looks like the symptoms of a mild concussion. But she had no bruising or nothing anywhere. So, did she fall and hit her head? Did she hit it with the door? I don't know. Trying to rush back in the house. Bye, whack, oh shit. Laugh it off and go away. They can give you a mild concussion, depending on how hard you hit yourself. I've watched a girl walk into a cabinet. Yeah, literally. Me and Vern, we were sitting in the living room. It was actually Jen. We were watching TV. I think it was a football game. And Jen was pissed off about something. I think it was because I had all the housework done and all that, and it looked great. Like half an hour after she had left, she come back, and she's like, "That was a lot to do. How do it?" Mad about it. I'm like, "Yeah, it was a lot to do. You didn't do anything all week, but it was all clean, all ready to go." And I was relaxing, and we were giggling at her because of how ignorant she was acting. Stomping her feet, throwing a fit, bobbing her head at me, and all this. And I'm like, really? Why are you bitching at me? I'm the one that did all the work you didn't do. She got all mad, and she went to slam the front door because we had a door and kind of like a outdoor porch screened in with another door. And the one door outside was shut, but the inside door wasn't. She left it open. And the cabinets, I don't know why, but if I guess it was the air, when you slam the door, it would push the one open. And she knew it because we almost ran into it a couple times, being stoned and shutting the door too fast or, goofing off. Yeah, running from each other. We've shut it too fast and watched it come open and laughed. But yeah, I don't know why. It was just that one. And that day, she was not thinking about that cabinet. Oh yeah. Slammed the front door, turned around, went to say something smart. Bam! Right into the corner of it. Smacked her right in the cheek. Oh, she was so mad. She did it. We made sure she was okay. I mean, about all we can do. Dogs are bothering my parents. I let them out. But Remy was laying in the hall and I was petting her, and then Zeus, my nephew's dog, come out and he's being all jealous, started growling. So I let him out. Yeah, normally they run off their steam and come back in and they calm down. I think he just jumped on them while they were in bed, my parents, because Zeus loves my mom. She spoils the shit out of those dogs. Um, I do too, but not as bad as she does. Anyway, back to the other one. Yeah, I've had some girls do some crazy shit. And I mean crazy shit. Right? Even I was stunned. And I really think Jen had a bad pill habit too. I could never prove that she was taking pills, except for I had a really good idea she was the night that Greg started with his wife, because I had no clue they had done any of that. Really didn't. I mean, I knew something was going on in the house, but nobody ever said anything about any pills or anything like that. I didn't even know that they had them there, or that that lady was even on pills or anything. Um, and that would explain why Rodney, which was the guy who kind of owned the house, they didn't pay for it, but him and his so-called wife and two daughters are the ones that own the house. And oh, they stole money from me. They did all kinds of stuff. But anyway, that night, me and Jen had come home early, and I put Jazz, you know, put Jazz to bed, or she might have been with his grandfather that weekend, or her grandfather that weekend. I don't think we took her to that. I wouldn't. I don't like taking them to things like that. And come to think of it, I don't think Jazzy was there. I think she was with Papa Anderson and Mary Lou. I really think so. And the Indian Acres, because I think we went up and got them afterwards the next day, or they showed up with them. One of the two. Um. Anyway, we go home at around like 10. They show up at like 2 in the morning. Yeah, we're asleep on the couch. We had fallen asleep watching TV together. Um, I get woke up to this. Now, mind you, this guy Greg is one of the guys that was part of the fighting rings when I was younger. He was one of the main dudes running it. He's the one I had butted in the nose in my first fight. I was 7. I beat up 2 dudes that they put in the middle. Dan and Dan, I'll remember it always. They know there's no hard feelings. It's just what went down. Me and Dan Downer were still friends on Facebook a while ago. But anyway, um, he came there with a bat with his wife, and his wife was wanting to beat up Jen. And for some reason, him and Rodney were blaming Jen for taking all the medication. Now, up to that point, I had never seen Jen take pills. I'd never seen it, never seen any signs of it, so I didn't even believe that she would. So I stood up for her. And yeah, completely. I didn't let nobody touch her, and nobody touched her. They ran her mouth, but they didn't touch her. Yeah, I'm fighting standing up to 2 grown adults with weapons just so they don't touch her. Yeah, Greg even said he ain't got no beef with me. I said, you do. That's my girlfriend. But she don't even treat you right. I don't care if she doesn't treat me right or not. You ain't gonna beat her up with a bat. That's none of your concern. Me and her will handle that. I don't even think that's what I really said. I'm pretty sure I told him it was none of his damn business, and that's for me and her to sort out. Also, the fact that I knew, she had somewhat of a rough past. I'm pretty sure that's where it came from. Yeah, her mom does would do that. She would skip, go to a guy that's making good money, and then when she wanted more money, she'd just flake out and go get the other dude. I don't know that much about her mother. I know what happened in between her mother, her father, and the new people. So, that's where I came in at. But they had broken up apparently before me and Jen had gotten together. And when me and Jen first dated, the first day, I was led to believe that they were still together, and they weren't. But needless to say, none of these girls were ever touched like that, ever. None of them. Yes, I did fight with my sister. That doesn't mean I'm gonna beat up every girl. Yes, I will stand up to a girl. It doesn't mean I'm gonna beat up every girl. I had a girl in my front yard as I'm putting my cousin that's on drugs and running his mouth, trying to attack me, in a chokehold. Because I knew if I brutally fought him, even though he punched me, my stepdad wasn't gonna have it. It's his family. That's just uncalled for. But he acts like they're gladiators, right? Um, anyway, I put him in an L and shut him down. And the whole time, I'm getting hit by a 4x4 and a spindle with a nail in it. Yeah, by a female. I even told her, you don't cut that shit out, you'll be next. And she didn't cut it out, and she was never next. I never touched her. Now, her report does not say that. But then again, it's 2-on-1. Yeah, they showed up like that for a reason. They had it planned. It's in text message 3 days before him saying he's going to show up in a half an hour over my nephew Brian getting upset that he owed me 3 cigarettes whenever he got cigarettes because he bummed 3 cigarettes off me. That's the way it works with me, and he knows that. There's a reason for that. Anyway. Yeah, he turned it into some argument with John. I don't even know what he said to him. But I didn't care what he said, and I told John that. It wasn't his business. Your little cousin there ain't in no trouble. Shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'll be there in 30 minutes. Well, I'll see you when you get here. Well, guess what? My parents were home at the time. They weren't out doing baseball yet. So he waited until the weekend. Then he tried to come up with some excuse. Oh, well, Brian and Bree broke up. He's gonna hurt himself. No, he's not. He's up there with Mama McCardle right now. And it was funny because 20 minutes before John showed up, Brian left. Yeah. I don't know. They act like if they send a text message or a phone call and they, delete it right away, that nobody's got it. Yes, they do. And he lived right in town. Brian could go see him in 10 minutes and then make it to Mama McCardle's, which was only 5 minutes from him, within 20 minutes. Especially if he was waiting down the street and seeing his car go by. Yeah, they're old school. They know how to talk off the waves, but actually, he's the one that always brings it up. But he's stupid. He doesn't always. Well, it's mainly the drug use and all that, but not anything else that he acts normal about. He's pretty good at. But that, nope.